you're really in the end going to be suffering more by giving into comfort. Because you can do this. You have what it takes. It is within you. Hi guys, my name is Sophia from SoulFit Life. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet and you'd love to see more videos about meditation, exercise, and nutrition, hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you can be notified every time that we release a video. For help to reduce your stress and anxiety, check down in the link in the description below to access your free 3 steps to reducing stress and anxiety video training. The reason I'm making this video is to help you to learn and develop the skills to stay dedicated to your goals. Even on the days that you don't feel like it, you're not always going to have motivation, but it's having the perseverance to be able to push through even on the days that you're not feeling like you have any motivation. There's a huge problem in today's society with people not being as dedicated anymore because of the fact that we're able to consume so much content. We are having so much access to instant gratification with our devices. Technology has really helped us advance in this world, but it's also hindering us and creating a lot of problems. One of the main issues with being able to be comfortable with being uncomfortable is people tend to procrastinate. By putting it off more and more, you begin to get comfortable with being comfortable, and that isn't really going to be able to push you. If you have a task to get done, no matter how tired you are or how much you don't feel like doing it, you have to remind yourself that you want to feel comfortable being uncomfortable. So in that moment, or as soon as possible, get that task done. So once you get it over with and done with, you feel a sense of accomplishment. Instead of going to watch TV, for example, and just putting off whatever important task that you need to do, you're really just going to feel regret and feel really lazy about it. So it's really important that you complete the task. Remind yourself when you don't feel like doing it. This is something that I personally practice. Whatever task it may be, working out, taking care of myself, picking up my room, doing some work, I remind myself the sense of accomplishment that I feel after completing the difficult task. So that's something that really helps me to be able to push through and complete the task instead of allowing myself to procrastinate, because then I just stay in my comfort zone, and by staying in my comfort zone, it does not allow me to grow. Motivation is overrated. Most of the time, we're not going to feel motivated, and I feel like that's a very fake thing, or something that's shown on social media as, oh wow, there's something wrong with me because so many other people have motivation all the time and every day. That is a false belief. That's why it's really important to remember that most of the time you're not going to feel motivated. The main times that you're going to feel motivated is the times that you accomplish something that was very difficult and you don't have to worry about it anymore. But after that little moment is over, you already are back into feeling less motivated. Commitment and consistency are really the key skills and behaviors that we must practice in order to obtain the results of really pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zone. So just remember that most people don't feel motivation, especially all the time. The way that I look at life, and I've learned from many successful people as well, is that you're going to have to make a sacrifice either way in life. Whether you're making a sacrifice to live in comfort or you're making a sacrifice to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Everything in life has pros or cons, or what I would like to say, everything has a trade-off. There's always something that you're going to get and things that you're not going to get based on the decision that you make. So if you decide to just scroll on your phone mindlessly instead of getting the important task, for example, then essentially you're not going to grow and push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Yes, you get to enjoy that pleasure in the moment, but later on you're going to realize that you probably wasted a lot of time that you could have been doing something else productive instead with that time. Either way, you're gonna have to make a sacrifice. Choose what sacrifice you're willing to make. Are you willing to make the sacrifice or ignore whatever productive task needs to be done? So for me personally, I think it's okay to once in a while give in to the comfort. For the most part, you need to be focused on long-term gratification to make the right sacrifices in order for you to have growth in your success. I could be just allowing myself to live in my comfort zone, by not going after my dreams or goals of helping thousands of people to reduce their stress and anxiety so that they can unlock their capabilities to live the most successful life with their health and their fitness, their career, and their personal lives. It is not only my passion, but I feel my purpose, and I feel that I would settle, and I feel that I would fail in my life. So I could be very well just allowing myself to think that this goal that I have that some people don't believe in, I could be allowing myself to let other people's negativity, I could be allowing myself to let other people's negativity keep me in my comfort zone. But I'm not doing that. I am pushing myself outside of my comfort zone because I know that I'm going to accomplish this goal. Instead of asking yourself, what if it doesn't work out? Ask yourself, what if you could accomplish that task? What if you could accomplish reducing your stress and anxiety, or pushing a goal in the gym, or with your career, or with your personal growth? And asking yourself, what if you could feel the great way that you could feel just by changing your positive mindset? It really gives you a different perspective on how you can look at your life. Instead of allowing yourself to live in depression or allow yourself to have feelings of negativity by sitting back and letting the world and distractions consume you, you can face the uncomfortable feeling and defeat it and feel accomplished in the end, because that is the feeling that is all the worth it. I'm not saying this to tell you to feel bad about yourself. I'm sharing this because I felt this way before, and I want to be able to help you to get out of that feeling. I want you to be able to persevere, commit, and be consistent every day in order to face your goals, because the only way you're going to be able to defeat your goals is by being completely persistent and facing your resistance every day. Because if you just let other people's problems, other people's lives, other distractions consume and take up your time, in the end, you're really just going to be suffering more. You're really in the end going to be suffering more by giving into comfort, because comfort really does kill you as a person, in the sense that when you're not growing, you're just degressing. So that's why I strongly suggest that you push through. You push yourself every day. Not only am I creating this video and videos to come to help you reduce your stress and anxiety, but the main message that we have here is that we really want to help you not only reduce your stress and anxiety, but achieve the mind that is really going to allow you to unlock your goals. Meditation is one of the things that will allow you to unlock and face the feelings of being comfortable with being uncomfortable. And by learning that skill of being comfortable with facing challenging and difficult tasks, that's going to allow you to be able to consistently show up every day to work out, eat right, and take care of yourself. And once you're finally able to learn how to take care of yourself when it comes to taking action on meditating, exercising, and taking care of the body. So that's why it's really important that you take care of the basics in your health, so that you're able to show up every day for yourself and truly love yourself, not just physically, but also doing something about your health overall by meditating, exercising, and eating the proper nutrition. It's going to allow you to unlock the capabilities within yourself in order to achieve the goals in your career and personal life. I will look back on this video, see myself right now committing to that. I will face the failures over and over again, and I will face the comfort, because I know that it's worth it. of how much I want to help you and how much I want to help people. And that's how much I want you to know that you can do the same thing. Because that's how much I want you to know that just how I'm feeling right now, I feel very extremely uncomfortable when I put myself out there on social media. I make posts every day. I'm making these YouTube videos. I'm sharing my free content in order to help you guys. It makes me feel extremely uncomfortable because I know that I could still, honestly, genuinely, I could fail with this business. I'm being transparent about this. I mean, the last couple years I've been learning about how to start an online business, but now I've truly learned most of the things that I need to know, and now's my moment to implement those strategies. And it's gonna take hard work, being smart, and outworking others. And it can be very scary to face a goal that you feel like is so much bigger than yourself. But that's why you have to be willing to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation and push yourself every day and tell yourself that you're going to make it, because the mind is a very powerful thing. And once you tell yourself that you're going to make it, you're going to be willing to do whatever you can. You're going to be willing to do whatever it takes in order to get to where you want to be. And once you're committed to that, and you're committed to showing up and being consistent every single day, that's when you're going to be able to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And that's when you're going to be able to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'm sharing my story because I know how you have felt or how you feel. Because I would just give in to pleasure. I would eat whatever I want, and eventually it started catching up to me. I would go to parties. I would just be on Snapchat or social media all the time. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I was really lost. I was just going to school and I hated it. And after I lost my sport, I know it may not seem like a big deal, but I did get really injured to the point where once I lost my sport, I really felt so lost. I had no idea what I was going to do. My plan was over. I had zero motivation or dedication to go to school, to go away to college, or do something with my life. That it really led me into a deep depression. But once I fell into this massive anxiety, once I fell into this massive anxiety, I was just tired of feeling comfortable. And I think it does take you, everyone's personal experience is different, but I think in my personal experience, it does take you to a certain rock bottom that, well, maybe not rock bottom, but once you hit a tough spot in your life, I don't necessarily want to say I hit rock bottom because I feel like I'm still really blessed and thankful, but I was going through a difficult time. And I know that I was pretty much fed up and sick and tired of it, so I decided to do something about it. And that's when I started going to therapy and learning about the things that I can do to manage my anxiety. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't have any more anxiety, depression, or stress, because we all deal with those things. Those, like, I've heard the I've heard adults like in their 40s and 50s talk about what is this mindfulness, why are people talking about this generation, this younger generation is being ridiculous with this. We're always going to deal with this. We're always going to have this anxiety and stress. That's just a part of life. And I completely agree with that. However, I think they're missing a piece in that you need to learn to manage your stress, because of course it's always going to be there. So I think that I don't want to sit here and say that I've reduced all my stress and anxiety and I'm free of it, because I just think I would be lying to you, and that would be really unrealistic. I would say that I finally learned how to manage my stress, and that's how I've been able to reduce it and not allow it to control me, in order and not allow it to control me to the point where I'm settling and feeling okay with being uncomfortable, feeling okay with being comfortable. So I think that's one of the most important things that I finally learned, was to manage my stress and anxiety through meditation, exercise, and eating the right things. I started to learn that it's good, it's better, it's more worth it to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, because it really does pay off in the end. That I realized I didn't really want to be a track and cross country athlete anymore, even though that is still a part of me that I would really have loved to accomplish. I now realize that that happened for a reason looking back, and in that moment it was the biggest regret of my life. But it's you should really remember that you're gonna look back and realize why certain things happen. I know people say everything happens for a reason, but to be real, like, that's kind of cliche. But I do really think that there's lessons that we learn in life as we grow and develop, and that's one of the things that I learned, is that I'm so grateful that this event in my life of me failing or not being able to become a athlete happened, because I finally found my purpose, that I really want to help people reduce stress and anxiety. Once I learned how to manage my stress, I realized that this is something that I really wanted to help others learn and teach other people, because we're always going to have stress and anxiety, but it's how we manage that stress and anxiety and what we do about it, really. It's the actions that we take in order to manage our stress and anxiety. You need to make sure that you're doing actions, daily habits that you're building into your schedule every day in order to reduce your stress and anxiety. Because if you're not doing anything about it, then you're just going to let comfort kill you. You're going to allow the distractions to consume you. Instead of you saying, no, I'm going to pick myself. I don't care what anybody else says. No matter what, I'm going to focus on myself and make decisions for my health, and start there with something small, and then be able to build up the blocks. Once you're able to take care of your mind and your body by meditating, exercising, and having the proper nutrition, because that's really the key. Once you're able to battle that and be committed and consistent to that, no matter what, even if that's the last thing that you feel like doing, meditating and exercising, you have to show up for yourself every day, because that's the way that you're going to love yourself, and you're going to realize in the end that you've become a better person, that you've grown from it. And then you'll be able to build the blocks from there into your personal life and to your career life. And once you have yourself in a good place, you're really able to, I know I already said this part, but you're really able to unlock your capabilities with your career and your personal life. You're really able to grow into the person that you've always aspired to be. Even if it's a simple task or tasks, a to-do list that you never get done. Maybe it's not even a big goal, but it's just the little things that you just never seem to find yourself making the time for. You're just procrastinating it. You never get around to it, and you don't know why. That is a real connection within why. But once you are able to do something about your mental health by meditating, and your form of meditation can be any sort of relaxing and calming activity, whether it's going for a walk, journaling, doing classical meditation, active meditation, whether that's yoga or going to the gym, riding a bike. But setting that intention to set aside to set aside time for yourself every day in order to meditate, and then going and taking care of the rest of your health, you're really going to find changes in yourself. In order, not only are you going to be able to help your health, but you're also going to be able to apply how you've been treating yourself into the rest of your life. And you'll finally be able to go after even the smallest tasks that are on your to-do list to the biggest goals that you couldn't even imagine yourself accomplishing, because they're so big. No matter what the task is, you'll be able to do it and push yourself outside of your comfort zone. The first actionable step that you should take is meditating. If you find yourself in a really dark place, then meditation is going to be the first step that is a great start for you. I know, at least personally, with my experience, that's really what helped me to get going, because I didn't really feel like working out. I felt like, oh, if I feel like going to work out today, I will, or if not, I'll just skip it. Oh, I'll just eat whatever I want, whenever I want, because I wasn't willing to face the consequences of what that might actually do to me later on. So meditation is really going to help you. So figure out a hobby or some sort of skill you would like to develop. challenge yourself in a way that's more comfortable for you, but still pushes you outside of your comfort zone. So for me, I had started with yoga, and it actually doesn't even have to be something that you think of. You can ask your family or friends. My therapist recommended me to do yoga because it was a good form of active meditation. And then from there, that's when I started just to discover the power of meditation, traditional meditation, in the sense of sitting down, closing your eyes and being still, and learning your subconscious movements, whether that's your thoughts or your physical movements, and learning to take control of that, and that it's okay the way that we react subconsciously, but by meditating you're able to be conscious of your subconscious behaviors, well, more so. So then after I learned how to meditate, then I started to see my body change through yoga, and that's when I started to get more into working out. So exercising daily is another way that you can really get on the hamster wheel and de-stress. By doing this exercise repeatedly, it really instills discipline as well. So starting with something small, I know yoga was something that I enjoyed a lot. So finding a physical activity that you enjoy and starting from there, and then you can eventually work your way up to working out for an hour or two every day, and doing daily cardio to get your heart rate up. And then the third thing, of course, is making sure that you're having the proper nutrition, and that you're properly hydrating. Making sure that you're getting enough water in is super important for your energy levels, for your skin, for your health, and there's so many other benefits to properly hydrating. And of course, eating right, even if it starts with one meal. At least what I started to do, another thing you can do is something I do is I gave myself kind of a routine within what I was going to eat. So of course some people like to change it up every day, but you can make like a list of a few meals that you would like to eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. And that way you don't have to think about what you're going to eat, and you know those are healthy meals that are quick and affordable, because of course you can find those things. For me, I have oatmeal, egg whites, a protein bar or a protein shake, a smoothie, and a salad. Of course it does change up, but that's usually what I stick to if I have nothing else to eat. And those are meals that I enjoy, that are healthy, that are easy to make, and they're affordable. So I really do believe that you can have all. Of course, it's going to take some time if you're cooking at home, and if you buy something out, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But of course, there's always more affordable opportunities or alternatives, and there's meals that take less time than others. So it's just being mindful of that. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video on how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. I really appreciate you for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed yet and you'd love to see more videos about meditation, exercise, and nutrition, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can be notified every time we release a video. As well, feel free to share this with someone that is a loved one to you, a family or friend that you feel will benefit from this video.